I'm not sure where to begin in this story. I've never shared it with anyone outside my family. I guess I can start with what happened tonight. My family was sitting at the table eating and my niece starts talking about the Pointsies. This isn't the first time she's mentioned them, and at first we thought it was just her imagination. She's a very vivid and animated 3-year-old with an extensive vocabulary, but sporadically over the past year her story has never wavered. She describes these creature things that are all white, no hair, no face, no eyes, no mouth, but they can still talk to her. At first we thought maybe it was something she had seen on a commercial for a cartoon or something, but she started crying saying that they scare her. They only talk to her and Bonky. Bonky is an all-black figure that lives in our clock in the living room. After talking about them for a little while she went without mentioning them for a good 4 months. Then one day randomly came bolting up the hallway screaming that the Pointsies are going to get me. The look on her face was one of pure terror, but again, nothing about them or Bonky until tonight. She said they were standing on her grandmother's TV dancing. She imitated the dance, which was more of a weird crawl. We asked her are they nice, and she said they are nice, but they just scare me and I want them to go away and never come back. There have been strange instances in the house as well. It's my mother, my sister, my niece living in the house, and one night I was in my room and everybody else was in my mom's room. My mom's room is right beside mine and you can see if anyone comes in or out of her room from mine. We started to smell something burning. I went in my mom's room and asked was anybody cooking and forgot something in the oven, and nobody had been. I walked into the kitchen to see a candle, the big 3-wick heavy candles, had been turned on its side and was still lit. I blew the candle out but didn't think much of it until no one had been anywhere near the kitchen since the candle was lit. A couple nights later, my mom was laying in her bed watching TV and all of a sudden felt a slight pressure on her leg. She looked down and one of my niece's toys, the little green thing from Yo Gabba Gabba, was sitting on her leg looking at her. It's lived in the toy bin since. My sister gets bad migraines once in a blue moon and she'll usually shower with the lights off to help ease the tension of them. One of those nights she was in the shower with all the lights off and the door closed and she heard breathing. Thinking it was my mom or myself that had come into the bathroom to get something, she didn't think anything of it until she opened her eyes and saw a faint figure with a red ember like someone was in there smoking a cigarette. She freaked out and turned on the lights, but there was nothing there. I've heard a growl from another room on one occasion and just other small instances. Most of it I can overlook and possibly write off as a weird happening or just a freak thing, but am I being too nonchalant about this? Is this something that I need to be worried about?